I couldn't believe it worked. There she was, my gorgeous ex-girlfriend, standing at my doorway and looking at me with tears in her eyes. She'd come back to me. She grabbed me, held me tight like she never wanted to let go, and jammed her tongue down my throat. And then she whispered in my ear the three things I never thought I'd hear again from her. I miss you, I forgive you, I love you. I know what you're going through. You miss her, you belong with her, so now let me show you how to get her back. My name's Ben, and in the next 6 minutes, I'm going to rip to shreds all of the bad advice you've been getting about how to patch things up with your ex, and show you an easy, step-by-step method to make her want to see you again, hold you again, be with you again. You'll make her realize once and for all that you're the guy she belongs with. You'll erase all of the baggage and all of the negative feelings she has towards you and make her forget about dating anyone else and only want to be with you and in your arms. I know this might sound impossible right now, but if you follow the simple steps in this video, you'll be amazed at how your ex's attitude is going to change. Even if she's told you it's over and she's giving you the cold shoulder, even if she says she just wants to be friends, even if she won't return your messages or calls, and even if she's dating some new guy who you know is all wrong for her, because the method you're about to discover will secretly appeal to her deepest feminine desires, trigger positive emotions whenever she thinks of you, and bring her back to you no matter how long you've been apart. In fact, if you follow the steps in this presentation, she'll be the one who comes to you and says, let's give it another try. I know this method works because I've used it myself. My friends have used it too. You see, not too long ago, I was exactly where you are now, alone, frustrated, depressed. I was desperate to talk to my ex and try to work things out. You can't understand how could someone you were so close to, the person you shared everything with, just shut off their feelings towards you. You've been trying everything you can think of to make her change her mind, to give you another chance, to realize that you're the right guy for her, but it's just not working. In fact, you might be making it worse. So what you need is a way to hit the reset button to wipe her mind clean of all the negative emotions and hurt feelings she has towards you. To forget about all of your past problems and the reasons behind the breakup and imagine an amazing new future with you. I'll give you a method for this so you can reignite the romance and start fresh with her. This way you can turn back the clock the way it was when you first started dating, when the two of you wanted to be around each other all the time. Remember back then how open and honest you were with each other? You shared this magical feeling of chemistry and closeness, and the sex was out of this world. You can have it again with her, even better than before, if you follow this easy step-by-step method I'm going to give you to make her forget the past so you can attract her back into your arms. But I want you to pay close attention because there are 7 deadly mistakes you could be making right now. Even if you make one of them, it will only push her further away and into the arms of another man. I'm also going to reveal to you the 3 things you'll need to do in order to flip the switch in her brain, because when this happens, it creates the effect of a romance magnet that pulls your ex back towards you and makes it impossible for her to stop thinking of you and makes her want you back just as badly as you want her. The first thing you need to do is accept the fact that you screwed up. I guarantee you didn't screw up as badly as I did with my ex. I'll tell you that embarrassing story in a moment. But you were doing something that caused her to lose attraction for you. You probably don't know exactly what it was because she didn't tell you. She gave you a different reason for why she left. Women always do this. So I'm going to show you how to get to the bottom of this, discover the truth, and then fix it so she'll feel attracted to you all over again, even more powerfully than the first time. The second thing you've got to do is erase all of her negative feelings towards you and replace those with positive memories. I'm going to reveal to you an incredibly powerful and closely guarded technique called the negative emotion neutralizer. Think of it as a mind wipe where you scrub her brain clean of all of the resentment, hurt, and anger, make her forget everything about you that bothered her or made her doubt the relationship could work, and make her miss you for all the things she used to love about you. Now, I do need to mention the negative emotion neutralizer is only for guys who are 100% sure they love their ex and want to keep her. I don't want you using this technique on her for the wrong reasons. So if you only miss her for the sex and you just want to bang her one more time, or you want to mess with her head and pay her back for breaking up with you, then seriously, shut this video off right now, because I don't want this technique falling into the wrong hands or being used unethically. The third thing is, you're going to use a tactic called reverse reattraction. This is how you flip it around and make her subconsciously realize that she messed up and she'd be crazy to let you go. Use this method to make her crawl back to you, ask you for another chance, and think getting back together is all her idea. So you see, winning back the woman you love is not about doing what you think is logical. It's not about trying to convince her to change her mind. It's not about apologizing over and over again and groveling for forgiveness. Here's what it is about: tapping into the emotional center of her brain, because that's what fuels every woman's behavior and decisions, her emotional state. And once you know how to hack into her emotional state and flip the switches that make her think about you and need you and want you back more than anything in the world, that's when you'll get her back the easy way. And I'll reveal this simple process in just a moment. It doesn't matter how long ago the breakup was. It doesn't matter how badly the relationship ended. It doesn't matter if she said she never wants to see you again, because what I'm about to show you flat out works. How do I know? Well, because I used to be head over heels in love with a girl named Michelle, who was everything I could have asked for and more. But after a while, the passion began to fade, and she wasn't looking at me the same way anymore. She'd get annoyed with me over the smallest things, but I really loved this girl, so I tried to work things out with her, and then she went cold on me, canceling plans at the last minute, taking days to return my text messages and calls, and then she dumped me with a message sent to my Facebook inbox. It hit me like a Mike Tyson uppercut. She said a bunch of stuff about needing space and maybe it's better if we're just friends, and needing time to be alone to sort out how she felt. I panicked and sent her a reply. I told her we should meet up and talk and we can work it out. And then I texted her, I called her, but no response. For the next 3 days, dead silence. I would sit there lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, obsessing about her, questioning, how could this have happened? I wanted to know if there was some other guy she wasn't telling me about. Just the thought of her having sex with another man was driving me crazy. So I did everything I could think of to try to get back the relationship I had with her. I sent her more text messages, which she didn't answer. I left long, rambling messages on her voicemail, which I regretted doing as soon as I hung up. I contacted her friends to ask for help and try to find out if she was dating someone else, which totally backfired on me. I showed up at places where I knew she'd be to try to strike up conversation with her, another mistake that only made the situation worse. I even suggested to her that we could just be friends. I really just wanted her to agree to see me, but when we did meet up, it was awkward and we wound up arguing about past problems. I remember one night being at my lowest point. It was a Saturday night, and I was sitting in front of my computer in my underwear, sucking down beers, all alone. I was checking my ex-girlfriend's Facebook page, probably for the 10th time that day, and I was all bent out of shape because she had some new Facebook friend, some guy who was posting flirty comments on her pictures, and she was flirting back with him. And that's when a new email arrived in my inbox. It was the latest newsletter from Mac Tactics. You've probably heard of these guys. They've taught thousands of men around the world how to become awesome with women. The guy who created Mac Tactics is named Dean Cortez, and Dean's teachings were actually the reason why I met my ex-girlfriend Michelle. I would have never had the confidence to approach such a gorgeous girl and get her out on a date if I hadn't used Dean's tactics. Well, this is when I had an idea. Dean had helped me get her, so now maybe he could help me get her back. I had nothing to lose, right? So I wrote Dean an email. I poured my heart out. I told him the whole story of me and Michelle and how our relationship had fallen apart and how I wanted her back more than anything, needed her back, but I just couldn't figure out how to get through to her. An hour later, Dean replied to me. The subject line said confidential, and when I opened Dean's email and read it, I smiled for the first time in weeks. It turns out Dean went through a similar situation. Yep, Dean Cortez, one of the best-known dating and seduction coaches on the planet, had gotten shot by Cupid's arrow. He'd fallen in love and decided to end his rock star lifestyle to be with one amazing woman. And guess what? After a few months of blissful romance, she had a change of heart and broke up with him. But Dean was determined to win her back, and not just win her back, but to figure out exactly how to take their relationship to an ever higher level of passion and trust and honesty and commitment. After Dean's breakup, he went back and studied all of the attraction methods and systems he'd learned back when he was single and trying to get a handle on his dating life. He reread the best-selling books he'd written after becoming an expert on attraction and seduction to figure out how attraction techniques could be reverse engineered and turned into re-attraction techniques to get a woman back. Dean poured through hundreds of pages of notes he'd taken during the years he spent coaching guys to become more successful with women, and in some cases, to get back the women they'd lost. He also studied every book on relationship dynamics and human psychology that he can get his hands on. And he tracked down relationship experts, therapists, and even marriage counselors to ask them about the hundreds of couples they'd work with and the best possible strategies for guys like us to win our exes' backs and not mess things up for good. After a while, the pieces of the puzzle started coming together and a set of patterns was revealed to Dean. And he realized there's a shortcut for you to recapture the magic and make your ex feel passionate about you again, to make her miss you, need you, and even fantasize about you. It was all explained in the email that Dean sent me. He gave me a short step-by-step blueprint that he called the Ex-Girlfriend Reattraction Plan, and he ended the email with a few sentences that I'll never forget. He said, "Remember, you got her to fall in love with you the first time around. She still has those feelings for you deep inside, and this gives you an automatic advantage over every other guy. Follow these simple steps, and she'll fall in love with you all over again, even deeper this time." What he said made perfect sense. I'd gotten her to fall in love with me once, and I knew her better than any other man. I used to know basically how to make her smile in her little adorable way and look at me like I was a superhero. I knew our little inside jokes that always made her laugh. I knew what she loved to do in bed and her secret spot that drove her wild. And I knew her soft spots too, the stuff about her she hid from the rest of the world but confided with me in. I had every advantage over all the other guys that were trying to date her. And now Dean had given me a step-by-step method for re-attracting her, for making her pull a reverse and want to get me back even though she told herself that it was over. So I put this method to the test. I emailed Dean with basically every day to let him know how my progress was going. And really soon, something incredible happened. My ex-girlfriend reached out to me. She called me late one night. She sounded like she'd been crying. She told me she'd been thinking about me lately, about us. And then she sniffled, swallowed the lump in her throat, and said 3 words I thought I'd never hear from her again. "I miss you." That's when I knew this method worked. And at this point, the old me would have just jumped in the car and sped over to her house and swept her in my arms and apologized and thanked her for giving me another chance and promised to be the perfect boyfriend from now on. But I didn't do any of those things because now I knew how to handle the situation like an expert. You want to make her think that getting back together is her idea. You want her to come back to you instead of you chasing her. Look, if you're going to keep behaving like the old you might get lucky. She might grant you one more chance, but trust me, it will only be temporary. She'll see the same you, the same way she saw you before, as the guy she decided to break up with, and all the reasons behind the breakup will still be fresh in her mind. So I played it cool and used a clever little psychological trick to amplify her emotions and really make her miss me and make her think about me. Maybe it was a little sneaky, but hey, you're here to learn how to win your ex back, and I'm going to show you what works. It wasn't long before she was emailing me, posting on my Facebook wall, wanting to talk to me about working things out and giving it another try. But here's the weird thing. Now that the roles were reversed and she was pleading with me to take her back, I wasn't feeling that same burning need to get back with her. I saw that she was now making the same mistakes with me that I had been making with her. And that's when she showed up unexpectedly on my doorstep one rainy night. She told me how badly she missed me. She said the breakup was a terrible mistake. She practically begged me for another chance. So we got back together and we fell in love all over again. And this time we made it last. We can't keep our hands off of each other. Our friends can't believe the sex life we've got. It's like every day I'm more into her and she's more into me. I told Dean Cortez how his simple reattraction steps had made it so easy and stress-free for me to win back my ex, and I asked him, Dean, why don't you make this information public? Why did you say it was confidential? There are a lot of guys out there who need this help. Well, Dean told me that this method works on women almost like mind control, and he doesn't want these secrets falling into the wrong hands because they could be used for evil purposes. But here's the good news. I was able to convince Dean to offer this method to a private test group, to let us share this powerful information with a small, select group of men like you, who need this help right now. If you're watching this video, you're in this group, so pay attention because this is your chance to learn these secrets, to get through your situation the simple way without any more stress or drama or beating yourself up or trying to figure out how to get her to change her mind. To help you simply get her back so you can launch a new relationship with her that is happier, more fun, and more passionate than you had before. The best way to get her back and keep her is to use the method I'm about to show you to get inside her head, erase all the built-up anger and hurt, and make her start missing you so that she actually craves you again, needs to be with you, and feels that she'll make the biggest mistake of her life if she lets you go. And when you handle it this way, it creates the opportunity for you to do things right this time, so that you can bury all the anger and hurt and create a devoted, passionate relationship that's stronger than ever, stronger than anyone ever thought it could be. It's all inside this brand new system which you can download to your computer right now so that you can start using the methods immediately. It's called X-Back Experts, How to Win Her Back and Keep Her. And it's the result of handpicking the best tactics, strategies, and psychological triggers and combining them into one easy-to-learn program that lays it out all for you step by step. You're about to learn how to quickly rebuild your relationship with a rock-solid foundation this time. Reignite the chemistry and attraction so that the relationship feels brand new again, and then you'll discover how to maintain a successful relationship long after you get back together. The core of the X-Back Expert system is the main coaching manual, which explains to you the exact steps you need to start following tonight. There won't be any guesswork. You won't need to wing it and try to figure anything out because it's all laid out for you. It's packed with powerful, proven information, no fluff or filler, and once you read through it, you're going to feel in control of this temporary breakup because you'll know exactly what you need to do to start the reverse reattraction process. Most guys totally skip this phase, which kills your chances of ever having a serious relationship with her again. How to pass the test she throws your way, not knowing this is one of the top reasons why most guys in your situation totally blow it with their exes. Strange but shockingly effective mind hacks that make her think about you and fantasize about you so that dating a new guy isn't even an option. How to upgrade yourself to the new 2.0 version of the guy she knew before so that when she sees you again, she's bowled over and even mesmerized by the confidence and energy you radiate. How to use your Facebook profile as your secret weapon to trigger feelings of longing and jealousy deep in her heart. A closely guarded blueprint for becoming the alpha male that women are hardwired to desire, and it has nothing to do with your physical size or strength. It's all about how you make her feel emotionally when she's with you. The negative emotion neutralizer, the secret mind wipe method that erases all the negative thoughts and feelings that are stopping her from reaching out to you and asking for one more chance with you. And when she wants to see you again, it'll happen sooner than you think. You'll know the perfect thing to say to make her miss you 10 times more than she already does, and make her crave a new relationship with you that's going to be happier, stronger, and more passionate than ever before. Those are only a few of the things that are revealed inside the X-Back Experts How to Win Her Back and Keep Her system. This is the only program that does all the work for you, that removes the pressure to figure things out on your own. So what's the price for this brand new secret system? Well, the regular retail price of the X-Back Expert system is just $97. But you're not going to pay that much today. Not even close. I'll tell you the special price we've worked out for you in a moment. But right now, I want you to think about the alternatives. You could retreat back to the singles scene and spend a bunch of money on dates with women who could never measure up to your ex. Or you could try to convince your ex to come back by buying another chance with her. Roses, teddy bears, expensive jewelry. I've seen guys do this out of desperation, and it never works out because you're basically begging her to accept you back. That's not how you re-attract a woman. I can mention a lot of other costly scenarios, financially and emotionally, if you choose not to take action and learn this easy method. But the bottom line is, you know she's irreplaceable, your life won't be complete without her, and I also want to show you the bonuses you'll receive by taking action today. The first bonus is the complete X-Back Experts audio course. This audio course normally costs $67 by itself, but I'm going to flat out give it to you because I know you're busy and I want you to be able to soak up this system anywhere, in your car, at the gym, wherever you can slip on a pair of headphones. Your next bonus is the reverse reattraction roadmap. I'm going to reveal to you the exact steps I followed to reconnect with my ex, even though she swore up and down that we were through and she had no feelings for me anymore. This map lays it out in a drop-dead easy format so that you can avoid the deadly mistakes and attract her back in a way that bonds her to you and makes her feel a sense of comfort and chemistry beyond anything she felt with you before. And there's one more bonus I'm going to include, but only if you act today. Soon this will be sold as its own course, so this might be your only chance to get this. It's an exclusive audio coaching session called Cheating Secrets Exposed, and it's hosted by one of the world's top private investigators who has literally handled hundreds of cases involving infidelity. You're going to want to listen to this audio session carefully and take notes because you don't just want to get your ex back. You also want to make sure she stays faithful and devoted to you and only you. So to add it all up, as part of this special promotion, you'll get the X-Back Experts Complete System, a $97 value, the X-Back Experts Audio Course, a $67 value, the Reattraction Roadmap, a $37 value, and Cheating Secrets Exposed, a $47 value. That's almost $250 worth of value, and you're getting it for just $47. All you have to do to get started is enter your email address and click the shiny orange Add to Cart button that's below this video. You'll gain instant access to everything, and you'll be headed towards a passionate reunion with your ex. And you'll get her back or you don't pay. This is Dean's personal guarantee to you. You order today, use the material, and if you aren't blown away and if you don't get results, just email me within 60 days for a complete refund. But you really do have to act right now. This program is being sold for just $47 as a market test, but the price might be raised or even doubled in the near future. I also do have to remind you of one thing. The secrets contained in this system are proven and extremely powerful, and Dean doesn't want them falling into the wrong hands. So if you're a stalker, if you have a restraining order on you, or if you have any intention to harm your ex, please do not click the Add to Cart button below this video. But if you're a good guy with good intentions, which I know you are, I want to hand you the keys to her heart. You don't want to have to wonder, what if? What if you had learned how to do this the right way and gotten her back? What if you've been able to attract her again and build a new relationship with her instead of letting her go forever? What if you had taken this opportunity now that's in front of you instead of trying to figure it out on your own and making the same mistakes that will only push her further away? You can learn these methods right now, including the negative emotion neutralizer, by grabbing the X-Back Expert System today for just $47. Go through the material, try out this tested and proven step-by-step system, and become our next success story. No more regrets, no more beating yourself up, no more wasting time or wondering how to pull this off. All you have to do to get started is enter your email address and click the shiny orange Add to Cart button below this video. You'll gain instant access to everything. I'll see you on the other side. Oh hey, you're still here. I know you're thinking this program probably sounds like the ultimate method for winning her back, but you may still have some lingering questions. So let me answer some of the most commonly asked questions that we get to help you make an informed decision about grabbing your risk-free copy of X-Back Experts. John from Phoenix, Arizona sent us an email. He said that he was dumped by his ex-girlfriend 3 months ago and that she's now dating some creep that she's always telling her friends is so great. Now, John wants her back, and he was wondering if this system will work for his situation. Well, one of the things about the X-Back Expert system is that our customers love the fact that it covers all the different what-if situations that happen with breakups. In fact, the X-Back Experts Manual deals with this specific issue, how to rescue your ex and win her away from some other guy who really doesn't deserve her, and you'll discover how to get your ex-girlfriend to only want you so that the thought of dating other guys even feels wrong to her. Stephen from Brisbane, Australia wrote in asking if he broke up with his ex-girlfriend more than 6 months ago, but then he changed his mind and decided he wants to work things out with her, and the problem is she doesn't want to speak with him, so he asked, will the X-Back Expert system work for him? Well, actually, there are a lot of guys out there who initiated the breakups with their girlfriends, but then realized they'd made the wrong decision. So to answer Stephen's question, yes, the X-Back Expert system will work for you even if you were the one who decided to end the relationship or if it was a mutual decision and now you want her back. Anthony from the UK had 2 questions. First is, how is he going to receive the X-Back Expert system after he pays for it? And second, will this work for long-distance relationships that ran into problems? The answer to the first question, we know how important it is for you to have this immediate access to this information right away because the clock is ticking and you can't afford to waste any more time because with each passing day, your chances of getting back with her are diminishing. So we want you to have this material right now. That's why we made it instantly downloadable. So as soon as you enter your email address in the box below this video, click the shiny orange Add to Cart button and complete your purchase, you'll be able to instantly download the entire system from the comfort of where you're sitting right now. And remember, you've got a full 60 days to try it out and decide if you want to keep it. Now, to answer the second part of Anthony's question, yes, this system will work for long-distance relationships. The strategies you're going to use are slightly different, but it's all included in the program, and it works. James from Florida also wrote us with a couple of questions. First, he asked, will this method work on his ex-girlfriend who dumped him because he cheated on her? The short answer is yes. The negative emotion neutralizer technique that I told you about earlier works so effectively that even if you messed up really badly or even got dumped for cheating on her, you'll be able to get her back, but only if you apply the X-Back Experts method and follow each simple step. The second thing James wanted to know is, what is exactly included in the X-Back Expert system? Well, the system is very comprehensive because it's designed to help you get her back and start an amazing new relationship with her in the shortest amount of time possible. So you'll be receiving a bunch of powerful material, including the X-Back Experts Complete Manual, a $97 value. This is a complete PDF manual or an ebook that lays out the entire method step by step and covers all the different situations you might be going through right now. The other thing you'll get is the X-Back Experts audio course, a $67 value. This is the audio version of the system, so you can listen and learn how to get her back the easy way wherever you've got a pair of speakers or headphones. The next thing you'll be getting is the reattraction formula, a $37 value. This reveals to you the exact step-by-step process that I followed to get my girlfriend begging and pleading for another chance with me and thinking it was her idea. The last thing you're going to get is Cheating Secrets Exposed, a $47 value. This is a detailed, one-of-a-kind interview with a top private investigator in which he talks about infidelity in relationships. Every guy out there who wants to get his ex back should know the truth about cheating and infidelity and the real reasons why your girlfriend might get tempted to see other guys behind your back. Knowing this is also going to help you cheat-proof your relationship for the future. Now, let me remind you that when you add this all up, you're getting almost $250 worth of value, but you're not going to pay anything close to that. If you try the X-Back Expert System today, you'll get everything in its entirety for only $47. Greg from Holland also sent us an email. He wanted to know, will this work for him if he's going through a divorce right now? And I would say most definitely. The X-Back Experts method can be extremely effective in this situation. The more emotionally connected your ex was to you, the easier it is to use tactics like reverse reattraction. In fact, the information provided in this system will work for 98% of the situations where you're trying to get a woman back. And this also includes those kind of relationships where you're sort of dating but not really officially together. Toby from Toronto says, "Hi Dean, your X-Back Expert System sounds incredible, but what if I try it out and it's just not for me?" Well, Toby, I'm glad you asked, because although we sincerely believe in the effectiveness of the X-Back Expert System, we want you to know, just in case you don't get the results you want, you're covered by a 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee. The only reason we can offer you this is that we are 100% confident in what we teach, and we're very optimistic that you're going to see results even beyond what you're hoping for right now. So go ahead and make your purchase, and you've got 60 days to try out the X-Back Expert System in its entirety. If for any reason you don't think it's for you, then simply send us an email and we'll happily refund your money in full, no hurt feelings. You can even keep the system as a way of us saying thank you for trying it out as we part as friends. I hope this has answered your questions about the X-Back Expert System. We're here to help you get through this process. I also know how stressful and painful it is when you're trying to patch things up with your ex, but she's being difficult and you really don't know what to try next. That's why we made absolutely sure that this system covers all of the possible scenarios and gives you the simple steps you need to follow to win her back, to keep her, and make her forget about any other guys. I strongly urge you, if you haven't already, to put your best email address in the box below and then press the shiny orange Add to Cart button and try out the X-Back Expert System. Remember, your purchase is backed by our 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Don't mess this up. Don't let her walk away forever. She still thinks about you, and there's a part of her that still needs you. But now it's on you to follow the right steps to attract her back to you. It's easier than you think. It works. And if you love her and need her in your life, then there really isn't any question about what you should do next. Type your email address into the box below and then click the shiny orange Add to Cart button. I'll see you on the other side.